So what I got here is Airpods 2. I'm pretty excited about these. I've been a huge fan of Earpods since they first came out. You know, this style right here. I don't like noise canceling headphones. I don't like headphones that make it hard to hear what's going on around me. Obviously, if I'm doing anything where I'm really wanting to listen to music at the highest quality, I'll use some nice over-the-ear headphones. The main thing with these though is just it's an increased sound quality without sacrificing the ability to hear and be aware of my surroundings. So I loved these when they came out. When they first came out, I would never be found without a pair hanging around my neck. And this is how I basically left the house every morning. A pair of Earpods and my, you know, wrapped around my neck, and my cell phone in my pocket. Then the Airpods came out, and I was very excited about this product being wireless. This product has functioned flawlessly for me. I've had them just over 2 years, and I got to the point where the battery life started to really be impacted. You know, the battery wasn't lasting as long, and it was time for a new pair. And right around the same time, Airpods 2 came out. So let's open those up. We're gonna kind of look at them compared. I also got the engraving on the front, so I wanna see what that looks like. Right, let's see, you open it up, and there are the Airpods. So this is the box for the Airpods with wireless charging. All right, so let's open this up and let's check out what these look like. So like I said, these are engraved. I just had my last name put on there, so they're just gonna say Hardesty on the front. Figured it'd be a good way to identify my Airpods versus other people's, because a lot of people in my office have them. Wow, this actually looks really nice. So all wrapped up. Comes with this nice kind of satin finish plastic around it. Oof. New Apple products are always so much fun. Just love the way that they wrap them up. All right, these are so shiny. So you can see that right there. That's what the engraving looks like on these. So you can see they've got a real nice gloss finish on them. If you compare that to the original, you can see just kind of the scratches and dings. And one of the things that I'm hoping that they've fixed that has driven me absolutely crazy, if you can see inside here, it's this grime that builds up inside the lid. It's pretty disgusting. The way that the lid closes traps the dirt in, and then it grinds actually into the plastic, which just makes it like a permanent fixture. I haven't figured out how to clean it other than just scraping it out, which then scratches it more. But so these are the originals, and these are the new ones with the engraving. So you can see what that looks like. So this is being opened up for the first time. You've got that white LED glowing on the front. So they removed the LED from inside, so you can see on the original ones that LED was inside, and we've got a green LED because these are charged up versus the white LED on the front. There's supposed to be a change to the Hinge Design. So if you look at them, you've got, this is the original, that's the new Hinge Design. It's a little bit different color metal. It's kind of a satin. Looks like they've moved that button on the back up a little bit higher. Again, these are the wireless. This is the wireless charging case on this side, and this is the originals. So the Hinge does seem a little bit more, so that on the new ones, it definitely seems a little bit more, you can kind of, you guys can probably hear that. It's a little bit, not as tight of a tolerance as the original one. They do have a very similar feel. I can't really say which one. I would say maybe Yeah, maybe a little bit stronger magnet on AirPods 1 versus the AirPod 2 case. The AirPod 2 case flips right open. One flips right open. They're both very similar. All right, so here's my phone. So this is the very first time that I am opening the case of the AirPod 2. And there goes the animation. So we're gonna click that and done. And they should be paired now. Feel pretty much the same. I mean, they feel a little bit, I guess it's just the gloss from being brand new. Not really noticing anything different here. I'm just gonna put on, I would say sound quality is fairly similar. Probably benefit from not having been through the washing machine, which my old AirPods had gone through the wash once. So you can see now that that LED is glowing green on here. So I'm gonna put these back in. So amber LED shows that they're still charging. So here is a typical setup for my AirPods. We're gonna go to the double tap on AirPods. I like my left ear to be play pause. And typically with the AirPod 1, I don't know if you guys can see that, but typically I would have it on Siri. But because Hey Siri is now able to be activated, there it goes. Because that is now able to be activated with just being spoken instead of having to have a phone out. I'm going to do next track. So then I'll be able to pause on one side if someone's talking to me, or you can take it out, and it doesn't always make sense if you have your hands full. And I'm going to use the right ear is going to be next track. All right, so let's check out what wireless charging does. So put the iPhone on, it starts charging. And when you place the AirPods on, I got a quick green flash showing that the charging started, but immediately turns back off. So it's not gonna stay lit up on your bedside table flashing, as it's charging. So one of the other things that I wanted to ask you guys about is if you've had any experience with your Qi charger making kind of a high pitch, very quiet noise when you're charging. One of the things that I've discovered with this charger is that when I place a device on it, I can almost hear what sounds like a teapot boiling, like that high squeal, just very, very quietly. It almost has a little bit of distortion sound, like kind of like a dial-up router. Back in the day when you dial into America Online, kind of sounds a little bit like that. So I'm not sure if anybody else has any experience with it. If you guys know anything about that sound, why it would be making that sound, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna let this thing get charged up. I'm gonna use this and I'll let you know how they work. I assume they're gonna be very, very similar to the first. Like I said, primary reason I bought these was for the battery life, just because my battery was smoked. If you have any questions about the new AirPods, feel free to ask. Like I said, I just got them. I'm usually pretty good about responding to stuff. I got the Engraved, which is not engraved. I know it says engraved, but if you guys can tell, it's actually just printed. It's just like the rest of the Apple print, where it's just printed on there, but it looks really nice. And that's gonna be it.